Okay, so now we're going to talk about cotangent. Now, cotangent, if you recall, is cosine over sine. So we're going to have those asymptotes again, but they're going to occur where sine is equal to 0. Okay? So what's going to happen is we're going to choose the same values. You'll notice that I have my table a little switched. Okay? So what you're going to find is it's going to shift a little bit. Okay? So again, 0, pi over 4. So we're just putting in the angle values really quickly. Okay, we already know that the period for cosine and sine is 2 pi. Okay, so here we go. And we're just doing it again. Same numbers, right? Okay, then sine. Okay, so again, your asymptotes will occur where sine is equal to 0. Okay, so we're actually going to start with an asymptote at 0. Okay, now you'll notice here that the asymptotes occur at 0, pi, and 2 pi, so even multiples. So this is actually a little bit easier than tangent. Okay, so here I'm going to say this is pi over 2. This is pi. 3 pi over 2. Let's extend this a bit. 2 pi. Okay, so again, I have asymptotes at 0. Okay, and then pi. And again at 2 pi. So it's a little bit of an easier graph than tangent, I think. Okay, now when you do graph cotangent, okay, you'll notice that the 0 happens, or excuse me, the 1 happens at pi over 4. So let's call that 1, and the negative 1. So it looks like a backwards S. Again, there is no amplitude. And your graph looks like that. Okay, again, your period is pi, and that's the difference or distance between the asymptotes. Okay, so personally, I think cotangent is a little bit easier than tangent, but that's just me. Okay, so we're going to try to graph one, okay, with the phase shift and all of that. Okay, here we go. Okay. All right, so I've got 2 cotangent of 2x plus pi plus 3. So it looks like I have a vertical shift of 2. Remember, no amp, because there's really no height because it approaches infinity. My b value is 2. So that means my period is pi over 2, because pi over b. Okay, my phase shift is the opposite. It's c over b. So my phase shift would be negative pi over 2. Okay, so left pi over 2. And then a vertical shift of 3. Okay, so let's graph. Again, I think these are a little bit more challenging to do, but not too bad. I think on the cotangent, you'll find at least the period easier to deal with. Okay, so I know that the period is the distance between the asymptotes. I know that the asymptotes before any phase shifts occur at 0 and pi. So here are my original. Okay, those are my two asymptotes. Now the period is pi over 2. So this is 0 and this is pi over 2. Okay, so my graph, now this is before any phase shifting. It's going to look like that. Okay, now let's see here. This is 2. This is 2. Okay. So now I have to phase everybody over pi over 2. Well, if I move 0 to pi over 2, let's just get to put it here. See how you kind of get the same thing? Again, color is important. Okay, so here's me phase shifting it. Okay, and the last thing I need to do is I need to move everybody up 3. So if this is 2, then up 3 would be up to 5. Okay. Take everybody and move it up to 5. So this would be 7. This would be 1. No, wait. That would be 3. And just like that. So not too bad. And remember, it is a sketch. We just want to know about the major features. And that's it. So I think you'll find cotangent just a little bit easier than tangent. Okay? All right. Hope that helped.